welcome to the first concert of this year. And I don't know, we've been doing this about 14, 15 years, so it's been a lot of concerts over the years. And my name is Karen Monhart. I started this group however many years ago for people that, well, adults that either had played an instrument in high school or had just started learning an instrument to give them an orchestral experience that they would get just by going to their private lessons. So we've come a long way since that first year, I'll just say that. The first piece we're playing tonight is called Little Symphony by a composer, former orchestra director named Harold, like Harold with a C instead of an H, Nunez, and he was taught in Texas. So every concert we have a couple of easier pieces and at least one kind of hard piece. This is the hard piece. It's called Agin Courts by a composer named Doug Spada, and it's inspired by the climactic battle scene in Shakespeare's Henry V, fiery rhythmic piece in 7/8 time. If you know music, you'll know that 7/8 is not always the easiest time signature to play, so it's gonna be good. They all play the same rhythm at the beginning, and it's tippy tee, tippy tee, tee tee tee, tippy tee, tippy tee. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3 and I was sitting at home, staring out the window at the birds in our backyard, and it occurred to me that sometimes it helps to have words to go along with your rhythm to think about when you're playing. So I have chickadee, chickadee, cardinal, because we had a lot of those in our backyard the day I was thinking about this before our first rehearsal. Chickadee, chickadee, cardinal. This is arranged by an American composer. So it won't sound like Green Sleeves right at the beginning, but we'll get there, I promise. called Our Lazy Inn Suite Number 2. I'm mostly sure that you'll recognize this. I have very fond memories of playing this at the Sounds of Christmas that was held in the State Farm atrium years ago, and Mr. Steve Eggleston, he wasn't kind when he gave us the tempo. It was very fast. We're not going to be so fast. Which, too fast is not appropriate anyway. Two flats. It's like, wait, that's not terrible. That's not very nice. It's nice. we're only missing the choir. This is the Alleluia Chorus by Handel. Don't stand up. That's like a thing. When it's performed, the audience stands up, I think. You don't need to stand. It's a little longer than the 12-minute concerts we had 15 years ago, but it's okay. There's a lot more music, a lot more notes to learn. Mrs. Hartzler is again made cookies for us. So we'll pack up our stuff here and then we'll be cookie eating. Thank you again for coming. We'll see you at the next concert. I think it's in April. Have a good holiday season.